Testing 1 2 1 2. Got the audio in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Make sure everybody's in. Oh, yeah. Let's give this a second. There we go. Let's give this a second. There we go. Turn my volume down. Bam, Brother Charles. He got a copy. All right. So that is DY. What's happening? G Brown. Good evening to you too. Untamed Kango. Let's see if we can get this started. Are you hearing me okay? We are going to make this one a quick one. So with that, let me do this. Yeah, so with that, I'm gonna start off with, my name is Mike Reed. Do this. My name is Mike Reed. I am the commercial appliance technician in the city of Houston, Texas. Well, the city of Houston in the state of Texas. And I am providing information to you on the commercial appliance business. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start adding some screens right about now. I'm going to introduce you to a manufacturer that most people aren't aware of. For me, it's one of my favorites. I'm going to turn this sound down. Make sure so I can make sure you guys can hear me. Now, I'm probably pronouncing this wrong, but the name of the manufacturer is Gjork. Probably pronouncing that wrong. I cannot find the proper enunciation for this European brand anywhere. But with that being said, I want to show you a little bit about Gjork. That's I think that's the way it's pronounced. Gjork. So this is out of the European continent. Let me see if I can find a little information for you. I don't think I can. What they do is they provide a lot of OEM services. So you're seeing different steamers, combi ovens, speed ovens, things of that nature, and it'll have the name on it. And they actually will put this name right next to it. It'll say BKI by Gjork right there. But it's usually, it gets lower billing. It gets lesser billing. So the local manufacturer gets top billing. So their name is big and bold. So let me show you this. I want to talk about Gjork, and I want to talk about something on the cold side. So here are the salamanders that they make. So for a lot of you, this is your first time seeing this stuff. But for the rest of us, we're very very well versed into what this stuff actually is. These are the new speed ovens. They have these ovens that are now, you can now cook different proteins on each individual shelf. Each individual level can handle, like one level can handle broccoli, another level can handle steak, another shelf can handle fish, all at the same exact time. So like they do the croque madame, right? So you can make this entire meal in the oven. You can poach an egg and all that kind of stuff. You can do a pizza in there, focaccia bread. You can do all of this kind of stuff in the oven all at the same time. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to this one. But these are the more popular ones that you're gonna see. Let me see if I can go with that's the modular cooking. These are the induction. And of course, they're going by a different name in the States, but this is actually who's making it. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is the fact that you'll have a situation where you're working on some of this equipment. You're trying to find the parts on this equipment. You have to pay attention to all the names and labels on and inside the equipment. Oh, Brother Charles, what's happening? There's Brother Charles. All right, DY. All right, he says, if you were starting over and wanted to start with commercial refrigeration, how would you go about it? Now, I do this. I've started over many times. Now, let me check and make sure what I got on Instagram. Hello to everybody on Instagram. There's Mel. Yeah, you're on Instagram, Mel. Now, the number one thing I tell people when you're starting up fresh, because it doesn't matter if you're starting over in a new city. 63 Impala, what's happening? My best advice to you is ice. I always tell people you start with ice machines. So my advice is this. I always tell people to start with the lesser known brands, especially if everybody needs you when it comes to ice machines. Everybody needs you. I do realize it's a little harder for you guys to get started in dish than it is ice machine. So I tell everybody, start with ice machine. You can go ahead and gravitate on over to refrigeration, but everybody needs you in ice. You don't have to do sealed system. This is not refrigeration. There are tons of people that will go on and work on sealed system on the commercial side of things. Once you can accurately identify what it is, and that, yeah, you actually need a compressor. Oh man, there's any number of air conditioner guys are gonna jump in there and they'll throw that sucker in there. They're already set up with that client, with that customer that you have. So it's never an issue. There's always someone to throw in a compressor. Always someone. But those same people that work on air conditioners, they're not too keen on changing the pumps. They're not too keen on cleaning the machines. And these are all $1,000 service tickets as far as cleaning ice machines, as far as changing pumps. Changing pumps are over $1,000 service ticket. Even the smallest pump, that's still over $1,000 in the service ticket. Cleaning an ice machine, you're looking at $1,000 service ticket, depending on how you want to do it. Those are all very healthy profit generation centers with the ice, and you have so many Oh man, I don't want to go back to core. Yeah, you have so many different brands to start with. So always start with the lesser known brands. You're not going to find resistance when you start up with your Blue Air. You're not going to find resistance when you start up with oh man, all of those, any of the MVP brands. And I do this all the time. But we'll go ahead and um, we'll do a little ditty. We'll touch on it a little bit. All right. So let's show you Blue Air. All right, Blue Air refrigeration. Now, Mike, you said always start with ice. You're right. Always start with ice. Always start with ice. So keep your eye on the bouncing ball. Here's products. Oh, what's that? Ice machines. So Blue Air has ice machines. They have ice machines with remote. They have the countertop. Now you're going to find these ice machines as countertop in your hospitals. You're going to find this in your dental office. You're going to find these in your PT facilities. You're going to find this in your car dealerships, hospitals, car dealerships, schools, that type of thing. Nursing homes. You're going to find ones like this. You're going to find ones just like this, sold by Scotsman, Hoshizaki, Follett. You know, so when you're dealing with Blue Air, when you're dealing with Hoshizaki, you can then deal with the other piece of equipment that is also manufactured by this same company. So let me go back into the ice machines. So then you have your under counter ones, which these aren't residential under counters because these are slightly taller than what you would have for a residential under counter, because a commercial counter is a much higher unit. And then you have your modular, right, where they have a number of them. So this is typically, this BLM is going to be about 500 pounds. The BLMI, I guess both of these are BLMIs. So 300 pounds. And they say 300 is probably more like 260, 275, something like that. Let's get into it. Let's see what they got. You got your 3-year warranty, 5 years on the compressor. Anybody can work on it. This is a 410A refrigerant system. So you do have some that are R290. True is R290, but you got this whole mix. So trust me, I'm making a shelving system right now, and I got to put in the 410A for my Manitowoc's, 410A for these damn Blue Airs. I got to have my 600. And why do I have 600? I got to have 600 because Hoshizaki has a unit that's 600A. I got my 134A. Why? Because I have a ton of units out there that are still 134A. I have 404. Why? Because 404 and R290 are the two that I'm dealing with the most. All right, so this says it's self-diagnosing, and I'll be here forever if I just go to talk about this one. But yeah, here we go. Ice production. So at its worst, which temperature like now is its worst. So you're looking at 250 pounds. So the brand name tells you, the model number, should I say, tells you how many pounds of ice. So if you look up top, it says it's a BLMI 300, which in air quotes gives you 340 pounds of ice, but that would be in December, where it would give you 340 pounds of ice. But in June, July, what you're looking at, ice production when the air is 90 degrees Fahrenheit and your water is usually about like 75. you're looking at 250 pounds of ice. Now, like I said, in the wintertime, if you're looking at 50-degree ambient, that's your air temperature, and your water is coming in somewhere around 50 degrees, ice is 32. So if your water is coming in anywhere between 34 degrees and 50 degrees, as soon as that water hits that freezing cold plate, it's turning into ice, which is giving you, it starts the layering process. So it's giving you that 331 pounds. So it's boom, just ice is falling down like a hailstorm. And this gives you, this is a knockoff of the Hoshizaki. This gives you the Crescent Ice. I think they actually had some kind of legal situation about that. They're still pumping out these machines, so I don't know what that's about. But Blue Air can then carry you over, right? Blue Air can carry you over into your refrigeration. But what gets you in the door is the ice. And what keeps you going back to that customer is cleaning the ice machine every 3 months. If you have a great customer, you will go there every 3 months. A good customer every 4 months. An all right customer every 6 months. And just a customer is once a year. But then once you're there, then you're also cleaning the condensers on all the other refrigeration, taking care of these things, changing the displays. The displays have issues every now and then. You got your open air merchandisers. And then they also have Blue Air now has, let me see what we got here. Cooking equipment. So if you're into that kind of stuff, into your stock pots, deep fryers, ranges, you got that with Blue Air. And let me make sure I got, so there's no questions on Instagram. Big Mike Adams, what's up? What's happening? So you have companies like Blue Air that'll get you in the door. Companies like Blue Air that are good for letting people know that you exist. Other ice, let's just do this. Commercial ice machines. Now let's see what comes up. So you got, let's see what we got here is reputable. It's not Max Ice. So you got your Max Ice, which is so we're going to Max Ice. And once again, it's extremely similar piece of equipment. So we'll go into, let's see here. So Max Ice is giving you a little more diversity with your ice. They're giving you the halved dice. They're giving you the full dice. So the half dice is that little sliver of ice. It's pretty much like what you get out of Ice-O-Matic. You get your full dice. Full dice is I want to say if it's no, because sometimes McDonald's does give you half dice, and then you get your bullet cube and you got your crescent. Your crescent is the Manitowoc. So this, what you see here in this picture, this is full dice. That's full dice. Let me see if I can find some of this half dice. But anyway, so you got your different. This is an old school Manitowoc style with that bar in the back. And they have a number of different style of ice machines. But once again, the ice machine will get you in the door. Once you're in there, let me see here. Sister company. We'll go with the sister company. Once you go with the Max Ice, now you go with the Max Cold. Now you can do your kegerators, your refrigerators, freezers, all freestanding. You got your merchandisers, all good stuff. All stuff that people need you for. So this is your way in. If you guys are thinking that you're going to debo your way in using True, using Continental, using Oh, what the hell is that? Charleston, um, Victory. That's not gonna happen. That's not in the cards. That's not in the cards for you, especially not starting out. That's not gonna happen. Where the way you're gonna get in is you're gonna get in with this. You might have a client that has maybe one or two of these, or they might have actually outfitted the whole kitchen. They might have outfitted the whole kitchen. So you got brands like this that have ice machines and refrigeration, and they have hot side too. Let me show you. Let me see here with the tech support. Let me see here. Contact us. Yes. So this is the legacy group that I was telling you guys about. Legacy. And just so you all know, I do this on Mondays, 7 p.m. Central Time, and then I go on Thursdays. Thursdays you can look for me in the evening. I go on after Mike Sneed, and that is going to be, so you can find me anywhere from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Thursdays. I want to thank everyone that has donated on the Cash App. I do appreciate all your contributions to the channel. I'm going to start with Brother Frank Evans. Frank Evans, I do appreciate all your support. It is very much appreciated. Let me see if this is the same. I don't think this is the same. I think this might be the finance part of the legacy. Oh yeah, this guy had bought so much. So I'm just trying to get. There we go. This is Omega Juicers, legacy companies. All right, let me see what I can do here. Hopefully this will break. There we go. Now we're here with the legacy companies. So once you sign up with the legacy companies, all their other endeavors are here. Avanti, and Avanti has some commercial stuff too. Blanksley is dishwasher. So you got Blanksley. I don't know why this thing keeps. They got to fix this. Excalibur, those are dehydrators. Max Ice, Max Cool, Venturi, that's wine. Zero, you're not going to work on that. All right, so their stuff comes and it goes as far as all the other stuff that they do. So Blanksley is a very old school dishwasher line. And let me switch this over to you. So they actually have pots and pans, dishwashers, mixers. So that's a new one on me. I didn't know they had mixers. So it is a never-ending rabbit hole. So my advice is to start with. See, now that they're under different ownership, they're able to use synergy with the different brands, and they're able to carry over. They're already making this stuff, and so people know and love the Blanksley line. They might have been using it for now 2 generations or 3 different generations of restaurant ownership, and so they're like, yeah, we live and die by these dishwashers. So yeah, let's go ahead and give the mixers a try. So you got that. You got that good stuff. Let's see. Even though it says Georgia, Waynesboro, Georgia. See, they're still using the Chicago number, the 630 number. So you got stuff like this. Oh, okay. Let me see here what we got. All right, Picture Man 63. Say good evening, Mike and Appliance Repair family. Yeah, good evening to you. All right, DY says thanks for the info. You're looking into transitioning on over to the commercial side. You think that you want to try your hand on the refrigeration side. Yep. Oh, the most important thing is when you're going on over, always stay in communication with the factory. It's no big deal to give them a call, give them that model and serial number, and go over a couple of things with them. Hey, man, I found this with the unit, blah blah blah, and this is what I'm getting ready to do with that. And they might say, all right, yeah, go ahead, that's cool. Or they might say, hey, what we found with that particular model, you might want this, that, and the other, and this new drain pan to go along with it. Wink, wink. Right. So that's kind of like what you want to do. It doesn't hurt to make that phone call. Arctic Air. And things are changing all the time. So you want to sign up with all of these different upstart brands, these Chinese brands. They're always changing. They are going between each other, and hey, I make this for you, you make that for me. That is what they're doing to fill out their lines. So you're going to see a lot of this Arctic Air in ice cream shops, your Minchies and things like that. They have these. They put the condiments in them, the pineapple, cherry, strawberry. All that stuff is in, especially stuff like this, in these units that sit out on the counter. And then they have hot side. They have hot side. There's the refrigerated prep tables. So you just never know what is where. I even ran into. I was doing a job at a new restaurant, a startup restaurant, and the distributor was there, and the guy had a unit. He needed me to work on it. He had it in his garage. Really should give him a call back. So you have a lot of stuff like this. So this is Arctic Air, and let me get back to thanking a couple of people. So that's Frank Evans. Thank you very much. Luke Miller, thank you for your contributions. Darius Croft, thank you. Donnie Madden, E. Smith Appliance, Michael Adams, Luke Miller, Contractor, and Terrell Roberts. Thank you all for your contributions to the channel. Now, as we go into this is what I say. I always say start off with them. I always say start off with Onera. I always say start off with manufacturers like Onera Group, especially because Onera has the time to deal with you. Onera has the time to work with you. Manufacturers like this, they actually brought over the head of the tech department was a higher up in the Whirlpool tech department. All right, so he's now over there, so he has no problem with walking you through what's going on. Let me see, USA. All right, so here we go. So once again, when you start out, and you start out with these different brands, so you got your Fagor, which is their top of the line. You got your Asper, which is the entry level, and you got another level of refrigeration in there too. So here's the Asper line. So you're going to find a lot of upstart locations, or say they have funding, but they're not too sure. So they're able to go with a suite like this. And so now they can just call one company out to take care of everything, the dishwasher, or just call one manufacturer, which is the mindset behind this kind of thing. So if you want to venture into dishwashers, it's a dish that's there. If you want to go into a hot side, that is there for you. So let me see here, drop-ins. I don't know why let me go back with the product. There we go. There's hot side. I don't know why they don't have this set up right. So Asper has hot side as well. They have cooking appliances, but they're, for whatever reason, they're focusing on the refrigeration, blast chillers, all that kind of stuff. So they have everything you need on the Asper line. So if we go back to on there, and this is the same one that they also, yeah, this is the same one that also has laundry. So if you're into laundry, they have laundry. So you want to sign up with some of these lesser known manufacturers. This is going to be your way in. This is going to be your way in, is with these, with your Onera groups. So they are large outside of the United States. These manufacturers are, big brands. When you go in Europe, when you go in South America, they're big brands. It's just they're not so well known here. So yeah, you have everything you need. If you want to get into that kind of stuff, if you want to get into dishwashers, if you want to get into refrigeration, if you want to get into hot side equipment, so we go to Fagor, that's the premier line. When I say that, I mean that's where the most expensive stuff is. That's where they have the best warranty. And like I said, and that's when you're going to notice that they have the combi ovens, the steam ovens, and things like that, just like what I was showing you before. And it's going to look very similar. Hell, even the name is extremely similar. The iCore, just like the other one, very, very similar. Full line, fits every situation. They even have the roll in. So you have a lot of runway. You will notice that some restaurants from Europe, they will go ahead and come and outfit their whole kitchen with that. Let's just say like Chef Andreas. Chef Andreas might just have a whole Fagor kitchen. They tend to do things like that. Especially you might have somebody, they might have gone over to Spain, and that's where they went after they finished with cooking school, and so this is what they learned to cook on, and then they find out that they can get it in the United States, and they'll go ahead and outfit their whole kitchen with this, so they don't have to skip a beat. They don't have to adjust their recipes for the equipment that's here. They'll just go with the same thing. And so, like I said, they have laundry, they have dishwashers, they have hot side, and they have everything, all the refrigeration, including blast chillers. So regular, and then this is high dollar stuff. High dollar. So you have full access to tech support. They're even using Davisware as far as filling out claims and whatnot now. So you have all that. You have all that you have access to. Thank you, Picture Man. I appreciate that. Yes, hit the like button. That is greatly, greatly appreciated. Let me see here. Where'd that like button go? I'll add that. I'm gonna add that slowly but surely. All right, so I'm going to make this a short one. We're already at 45 minutes. I did notice that people had some questions. People tried to hit me up over the weekend. Mondays and Thursdays are when you want to ask your questions. I'm usually, worn out. All right, have you ever dealt with contacting with the government for food equipment services? Hell no. Definitely not. No, definitely not. And Kate Green, what's up? Mina Kim over there on Instagram, what's happening? Thanks for coming. So no, the cash is king. So you want your money as soon as possible. So I'd like to ask you, where are all these people who are making their money from government contracts, right? Where are they? Do you know any? Have they shown you their work? Do they go live from these government contracts? Because there are oh so many pitfalls when it comes to government contracts. These government contracts, I mean, you can go after them. You're gonna have no problem getting awarded a government contract. There's so many. I forgot what the websites were. USA. I used to work for the government. I used to work for the FAA. That's what I got my degree in aviation. And yeah, let me just tell you firsthand. It is you have all these expenditures, and you're going to need some funding to bridge that gap until the money comes in. And usually by the time your money comes in, you're all burnt out anyway. So it is usually something that I say, if you want to try it, knock yourself out. But it is extremely difficult with managing your company until the funding comes in. The government contracts are not tricky. Right. It's yeah, when it's time to pony up, and there are different things such as there's different things such as, when the government shuts down, you know, your money, your contract goes away. That money that they owe you, when Congress says we don't have any money and we're over budget, and dude, that money they owe you is gone. Now, contractor hit me to something that I wasn't aware when it comes to that, and that is the DoD contracts. You still get paid with the DoD contracts, but if you're doing something for the Department of Education, you're doing something for, any of the other agencies, and they have a pay freeze, they have a budget freeze. Yeah, you can kiss that money goodbye. Money's gone, 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 gone. So many people are on that pipe dream about the commercial accounts, and those are, I mean, those are typically best suited for GE, Whirlpool, Ecolab. The people that have the funding, the people that have that money, what they do is when they wipe out the money that's owed, they bid again, and that's how you end up with $9,000 hammers and these $4,000 toilets, because they just tack on the money that was owed to them on that last deal that got squashed. And they say, hey, man, remember us on that deal with all those washers that you owe us for? We're Speed Queen. And they go, oh, yeah. Put in the bid again. And yeah, we got you. We got you on that. And that's why they play stupid in Congress when they're like, oh, this is ridiculous. A hammer shouldn't cost $4,000. Well, if you screw people over when you have an account, you bid on something, you win it, and then now I gotta wait 6 months, 8 months, 9 months to get paid. And then, unlucky me, there's a government freeze. You don't get your money. You don't get your money unless it's a DoD contract, which I just recently got hit to since I've been on YouTube. But the rest of that, you're screwed. So now that loan that you got to bridge you over until your money came in for that contract, you don't have that money now to pay that damn loan. So, and then the other thing is, you guys don't have the funding or the expertise. You don't have the money to ship, like what Ecolab is going to do. They're going to supply the whole kitchen. And then guess what? They're going to have one of everything in trailers. They're going to have one of everything in containers over there. So when something goes down, they go ahead and take that sucker out the container and then go ahead and use it. Or even when it's like your military bases and stuff like that. Yeah, you got to be able to take care of that stuff right then and there. They don't have time for you to wait on it. You'll be in breach of contract. So you're chasing after something that you have very limited knowledge on. All you know of is contract. But yeah, do you have the funding? Do you have the money to do what's in these contracts? You know, outside of doing maintenance, as far as cleaning machines and things like that, outside of that, it's a very dangerous game you're looking to get into. You got to make sure that your pockets can support that kind of thing. All right, so outside of that, in the real world, not in La La Land, in the real world where we all are, you're going to go ahead and take care of your regular restaurants, grocery stores, hospitals, gas stations, that kind of thing. Your regular restaurants, Denny's, all that kind of stuff. You're gonna do those kind of places. You want to go ahead and do a job, and then you want to go ahead and get paid relatively soon after you finish that job, because you still have to pay for your insurance on your vehicle. You still have to pay for gas. You still have to pay payroll on your people. The electric company, you still have to pay for your own electricity and the roof over your head. And to have to wait, because there's no government contract you're going to get where you're going to do the job and you're going to get the money right then and there. It doesn't exist. It doesn't work. It doesn't work in that way. So we don't talk about that kind of stuff over here. We live in reality over here. So I'm just going to tell you about the different manufacturers, show you where you can get the information to properly repair this equipment, and the rest is up to you. I'd hate to see you overextend yourself, but I have nothing to do with what you do with your own business. If that's what you want to do, knock yourself out. You like it, I love it. So let me see here. Like I said, if you want to learn this kind of stuff, you're going to want to start. You're going to want to start with these different manufacturers, so you can. Let me see here. Blue Air. No, I did Blue Air. Dukers. So you got Dukers. So you got Dukers. So one of the added benefits of working with these smaller, lesser known manufacturers is yes, the industry is short. Within the last 2 years, like 2 years ago, they said we were short 50,000, but I want to say the number is twice that. I want to say that we're easily, since that number came out that we were short 55,000 technicians nationwide, I want to say it's double that. Everyone is in the same age group as my father, so these guys are retiring every single day. But I'm going to tell you one thing that you're not going to want to hear. If your skills aren't up to par, it doesn't matter if there are no technicians. You're not going to make any money. You're not going to make a dime. You're not going to make a dime if your skills aren't up there, you know? So you gotta focus on learning how to work on these different pieces of equipment, because Dukers is not like True. True is not like Charleston. Charleston is not like Continental, right? And so on and so forth. Every engineer believes that the other engineer is a complete and utter moron. Oh, why'd they do it like this? We could do this so much better, or we could do this using far less piece of equipment, or we can do this better now that we can use electronics. Why were they using, there's no need to use this antiquated way of doing things. I'm going to put some sensors on there, and we're going to do it this way and that way. And then two, now they have to meet energy efficiency standards. So there's all of that. So like a company like Dukers, you got, like I said, you have cold side, so you have your refrigeration, your bottle coolers and whatnot. And you have your hot side where you have your fryers. You even have countertop. That's a new thing. So here is your floor fryers. So you have your fryers. Let me see what anybody's got to say on Instagram. All right, I'm checking on your Instagram. Any questions you guys got, I am here for you. And I know some of the other YouTubers like, oh, you keep asking if anybody got any questions. Well, guess what? This is a question and answer broadcast. This is the type of information that is best suited for questions. So if you sit back, you're not going to gain as much information as if you ask questions as related to, to this type of to the equipment, right? Not as far as fear and all that kind of stuff. Because what you got to realize is, I am a sole proprietor. Not only am I a sole proprietor, but I'm in the fourth largest city. I'm in the number one city. This is the fastest growing city. This has the most construction out of any other cities in the continental United States of America, right? But I'm still a go-to person. So it doesn't matter if there are 100,000 technicians here. It doesn't work like that. All right, too watchful. Glad to see you still here. Glad to see you watching. Yeah, you have to call these people. So with Dukers, same thing with all of them. You go to, they have a contact us section, and I have videos. If you go over the older videos, all that information is right there. But you just go to, to info@Dukers USA and shoot them an email. Hey, I'm an appliance technician in so and so area. My zip code is blah blah blah. I'd like to provide repair on your equipment, and I'm looking for onboarding paperwork. And if you got a W-9, send them a W-9. Send them your COI. Send them a WI. I mean a W-9 if you got it, and keep it rocking and rolling. All right. Oh, they're growing much faster than Georgia. Yep. No, Houston is well above Georgia. All right, hold on. And this is all very easily found. Yeah, all the see. So fastest growing cities in the United States, right? It's saying San Antonio, saying Fort Worth, saying Charlotte. So this is crazy because they do it all. I don't know why they would say Athens, Ohio. San Antonio. It's usually Houston. It depends on whose damn list it is. Let's see what the census got to say. Fastest growing cities. Salinas, Texas. Fulshire, that's Houston. Fulshire is Houston. So it all depends on where you're going. So Anna, I never heard of Anna, Texas. But as you can see here, there's Arkansas. I don't see Georgia on this list. I don't see Georgia right there at all. But let me show you Fulshire. That's why when you guys saw me working in the when you guys see me walking and I say, oh man, I'm in Fulshire. This is like, an hour and something from my house, right? So this is Fulshire. This is Houston. All right, this is Houston. And as you can see on the map, I'm over here. I'm over here. and this is full shirt. So all of Houston. So it depends on which neighborhood they're including in that in their thing. So they're never going to say, yeah, I never heard of Anna. It depends on which neighborhood they're including in their list, and it's going to put that up. Yeah, there's plenty of training. I got to put that out. So Too Watchful says you're interested in the cleaning side of ice machines. What other equipment needs clean? All the equipment needs cleaning. All the hot side needs cleaning. Most of the time, the equipment is malfunctional on the hot side, it's because it doesn't have cleaning. If it's a steam oven, those need to be cleaned. If it's a griddle or grill, those need to be cleaned. All that stuff. If they don't clean the ranges, yeah, those are Dallas. Yeah, that's Dallas. So that's what I'm saying. I never heard of those. And I think that I don't know if was that Salina, Texas, or was that Salina, California? Mm. Anyway, but yeah, thanks for that. But yeah, so yeah, I know what you're saying. Nobody can grow faster than that, but trust me, the list is bouncing around. Houston is up there. Charlotte is up there. And in so many different cities, but we're growing. We're growing like crazy. We're growing like crazy, depending on whose list they're going by. Um, so that's what I'm saying. You need to go ahead and contact these people. You must talk to each and every one of these people. So let's see here. Remember, this is the busy season on ice machines. There's a busy season on air conditioning. So they're not going to have any training on the cold side this time of the year. This is the lull in the training. But they do have, like I said, if you want training on, let's see here, laundry. Laundry training, gold coin. Let's see here. Oh, let me go to Dexter. Dexter Laundry Training 2024. Yeah, so see, they got stuff coming up in July, Charlotte, all that kind of good stuff. And of course, there I am talking about laundry training for Dexter for 2024. If you just go over the older videos, you're going to find the training on all this stuff. So Dexter events, if you're into laundry. So I can do a 6-hour video talking about training. That all depends. You kind of want to rein that in. Like what general area of training are you talking? What general area of equipment are you talking about? All right, so they said Pictureman 63. If they see all of the highway construction around the Houston area, yeah, oh my God, they will understand. Yes, all our tolls and the different highways. Yeah, it is something else. Yeah, I know, Brother Charles. Yeah, the ice machine cleaning is the number one thing, because that's the ice machine cleaning is where the money's at. You know, Charles can tell you. Charles only does the ice machine cleaning. Charles is not doing compressors. Charles is not going ahead and trying to change pump motors and fill valves and all that. He only does the cleaning, and I hope it's okay. But you know, Charles makes six figures. Charles makes six figures doing that. I would say Charles probably makes more money than me doing the ice machine cleaning. So I do the repair side. He does the cleaning. Frank, what's happening, brother? Thank you so much for your contributions to the channel. I do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm just telling the people about, yeah, this is the busy time of the year for ice machines and just refrigeration as a whole. Air conditioning, walk-in. The warmer weather takes a toll. Contractor, what's happening? The warmer weather takes a toll on this equipment. they were just barely working. The client thinks that everything is fine when the temperature is moderate, but now that the ambient temperature is greatly increased, this equipment can't keep up. Let me see if I can show you a little something on Instagram. And this was one that Charles and I were doing. This is when Charles and I were. Let's see here. Let me see what'll come up. So yeah, this is the one Charles and I were dealing with. So that was the fill valve. The fill valve was blocked. This is that's the condenser coil that is blocked up. So that's the fan that's supposed to draw air through the condenser coils. That's the float that was heavily laden with minerals. And then, so I had to remove the excess charge. Let me see. Yeah, so I brought it down to that to get it going. So what you'll see is I have the on the gate on my wireless probes. That is the backflow preventer that I have, the anti-blowback. That's what that is on my gauges. That 90-degree right there. So, because I got it hooked up to the high side, and if you don't have a backflow preventer on there, not a backflow, but an anti-blowback, you're going to lose quite a bit of your charge, and what's going to happen is you're going to work on that unit. You're going to think everything is going to be okay. By the time you get your gauges off of there, your pressures are now going to be different, and you're going to have to go back. Now, Jay, Charles is here. He's here with me. That's Brother Charles. He's here. I do the repair. He does the cleaning. That's Brother Charles. So, Too Watchful says, ice machine money. Cleaning is also good money. Yeah. Brother Charles does all the ice machine. He does the ice machine cleaning. Yes. So I will go ahead. See, I've phased out the residential. I try to. This is an account that we had together. So I tell you guys, I take this stuff from. That's the low loss fitting. There it is right there. That's the low loss fitting right there. So I get this stuff from cradle to grave. So I don't immediately get along with every client, but that doesn't mean that I have to let them go. So then I can then give Charles, like this one, I didn't even give them Charles' information. I gave Charles their information. I said, hey man, go on over there and tell them that you'll clean their machine. Because the client and I were bumping heads. Right, and this is a chain that does $1 million a week at each one of their facilities, and they have 150 locations. So, but we were bumping heads because they were like, "Oh no, this is warranty. You should be doing this and billing the factory." And I'm like, "Factory's not going to pay for ice machine cleaning. They only pay for defects. There's no defect here." So we were bumping. They're like, "Oh, I'm not gonna pay. I'm not gonna pay." I'm like, "All right, I got something for you." So Charles went over there, and Charles hit him with that Louisville Slugger, and he's been hitting him with that Louisville Slugger for the last 5-6 years. All right, because I get this stuff from cradle to grave. So it doesn't just because I don't get along with everybody don't mean that I need to let that client go. And there you go. There's your low loss fitting. So I end up having to hose that sucker down. I had to hose that condenser down to get all of that grease and everything off the back so that it can then remove the heat from the refrigeration system. With that unit being blocked up, it was acting the same as if the condenser fan motor was damaged, right? So it couldn't get rid of the heat, and it would trigger a high pressure. So there are, unlike residential refrigeration, there are a number of switches, right? So somebody was asking me about a switch like a week ago or a couple of weeks ago. There are a number of fan cycling switches, high pressure switches on these units. Yeah, well, it was. Hey, brother Charles had to go in there and clean out because that's his to clean now. It was. I had this when it was brand new. I had that when it was brand new. For a paid ice machine training, you don't need to pay me. You don't need to pay me. All you have to do is go to Hoshizaki America, right? You go to HoshizakiAmerica.com. Once you're at Hoshizaki America, there's this thing there that says support. You can then go to support, and they got the technical and they got training. So here we are on the training, and they have training videos, and there's preventative maintenance, and here is basic ice machine cleaning, fair use.
To get started in data analytics, you don't need.
Yeah. You know it's bad. You know it's bad when they start getting you with these videos like this. You know it's bad when they start doing that kind of stuff. So they teach you how to go in there. Got to flip the switch, go over all this stuff, how to clean it, how to disassemble everything, how to take these units apart, put them back together, when to do what. Everything is here. I'm not hiding anything from you. I'm not hiding anything from you. I don't have any problem with doing this kind of thing, but if I did some kind of a class, it would have to be in person, and I would definitely have to have a number of pieces of equipment. I have it. I just don't have an adequate facility. I wouldn't dare jam you guys into my hot ass garage for you guys to go over some isomatics, some Manitowoc, some Scotsman, and that kind of stuff. And I'm still missing some follet. I would need some follet to show you. Yeah, brother Charles, right. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. And they would just need to go over these factory supplied training videos. And then they have more videos like that. Then you got stuff like this. They got all the tech guides there. All the tech guides, how the machine works. You don't have to know, but it is beneficial for you to know how the machine works. Otherwise, you're going to be sweating bullets anytime you work on these damn things. You're going to be sweating bullets. So the training manuals and everything is right here. Oh, let's see this advanced training. Yeah, here's all the advanced training. They have all the videos. And let me go to this. Let me go back to accessories. And it's in here. Is it in prep? Where the hell is it? It's in the library. Okay, here it is in the library. It's in the library. You got your product manuals, service bulletins, and they have a section. They have a section where they have every single diagram on how to properly clean these units. But they have everything in there on how to clean these ice machines, how to clean them, how to install them, how to run them, and then to go over so you can be well versed. This is so you can be well versed on knowing when it's a problem or when it's not. So just like that one you saw on my Instagram, there really wasn't much of a problem. It did have some problems, but it's identifying what is a cleaning related product and what is a product malfunction. Yeah, I know you do it in the hot garage, man. Pause. But bruh. It is no, man. It's too much stuff. I like I said, I don't have any laundry. I if if you talking to Mike Sneed, hey man, I'll pay for the shipping to get that equipment he got, that Dexter, those Dexter washers and dryers. Oh man, I'd love to have them. Anytime he's tired of them, I want them. So the problem with the hot garage is extremely difficult. There's no room because I have hot side, I've got cold, I've got I got pizza ovens, I have enough equipment to do at least 4 different food concepts in my damn garage. You know, in my damn garage. Yeah, yeah. So Frank, man, this stuff goes hand in hand with the air conditioning. The air conditioning has everything to do with the ice machine. It's going to affect the way the ice machine runs. As you're finding out, most guys, and when I say most, I mean like 90% of the guys out there, they're doing air conditioning in the summer and then they're doing ice machines in the winter. And that's typically how that thing goes. Because you're going to have some lulls. If you're doing AC, you're going to have low periods. When it's 70 degrees at night, you're going to have a low period. They're not calling for heating. They're not calling for cooling. But what do you still have? You still have ice. That ice, when that ice machine is dirty, it ain't working, brother. When that condenser is blocked up, that machine ain't working. Oh, come quick, my ice machine is broken. So that's what you're going to find for job security, for an even workflow. So I understand your situation, but let's just say you have employees. So you got employees, you want to keep your employees working. You have ice. You have ice to keep your employees working in between the time that they're not working on air conditioning and they're not working on the hot side either. And then too, you're going to have a low period on the hot. I mean, when the AC, when the heaters are not kicking in, at a certain point in time, you're going to have a big influx of calls for heat when you get that first blast of cold. When you get that first blast and they start it up and it don't start, that's when those calls come in, and then it tapers off. You're typically not going to get a bunch of calls for no heat, February. That's just not everybody's stuff is typically working by then. Yeah, contractor said, yeah, I know you guys will show up, but it would need to be a facility that I would be able to accommodate you guys as far as having things with power, gas, water, because I would need single phase and 3-phase electricity. I would I definitely need my water, and I definitely need extraction hoods. All right, so I gotta have extraction hoods. So, because the minute you turn on a pizza oven, or the minute you start to do something, I'm trying to teach you guys something on griddles and grills. Even if you don't have food on there, the machine oil that's going to be on that equipment to keep chains lubricated and stuff like that, that stuff's going to burn off and it's going to smoke, and you got to get rid of that. And so that's just a way to, show you guys the extraction hoods and stuff like that. All right, too watchful. Yeah, you need to go over the older YouTube videos. All that stuff is there. So, like I said, you can sign up with Hoshizaki. Hoshizaki, they're not really going to sign you up, but you still need to go. You need to go to the training class. You need to get set up with the distributor. You're not going to be on the website, but you're going to be on the radar. And you're looking for your opportunity. And your opportunity is this. There are clients out there that no one wants. And that's perfectly fine for you. But there are people out there that are not going to conform to the billing requirements of the existing companies. So some companies want the ability to direct deposit to do ACH withdrawals from their clients, right? So they have that. There are service companies here. They go and they do the work, and they go ahead and make that withdrawal from that bank account electronically. There are clients that have credit cards on file, so they already have that set up. And you have some people like, oh, well, I want to see this, I want that, and I don't pay with credit card, I only pay with check. There are no companies here. You're looking at the only guy that is willing to take check from customers in the city of Houston. No one. None of my competitors takes checks. They all take credit card. They don't take cash. You don't take cash because you don't want to put cash in that employee's hand. One, you don't want your employee to know how much you're billing the customer. That's one. And two, you don't want that employee to say, oh, I got robbed. Oh, I lost the money. It was in my clipboard. I put the clipboard down. I went to go do something. I come back and my clipboard was open and the money was gone. Side eye. So these are all things that you don't want to do. You want to have your system set up so they can pay you through electronic transfer for the call, or they'll mail you a check. So accepting the check is least preferable. ACH is really the way to go, and that is going to prevent you from going through an extreme turnover situation. You never, ever, ever let your employees see how much money you're bringing in. You always want to have someone on your back end handling that information. So, okay, yeah, all right, you finished with it. You put on the thermostat. Okay, you put on a high limit on that deep fryer. All right, cool. All right, the manager's there, right? All right, cool. Let me Bernice. All right, yeah, let me call her. And then you get off phone. Yeah, Bernice. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna fire off that invoice to you right now. And then we're gonna use that credit card on file. Cool. All right, cool. That's what you want to do. You don't want to have your customer involved. You can have them do parts, right? Yeah. So there's Jobber. You have you got a lot of stuff out there like that. Who the hell was just calling me? There was a company that was just calling me last week, and so you want to have it set up in such a way where your technician, is not looking at the dollar amount, just like EcoLab, EcoTrack. I'm sorry, just like EcoTrack, and we're at 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I'm going to. Oh, screen froze. Sorry about that. Just like EcoTrack, we're at 1 hour and 30 minutes, so I'm going to start to wrap this up. Let me see here. Dukers, True Air. All right. Arctic Air. Let me see. Let me do this. Let me do this. Let me do this here. Damn, that was fast. All right, so yeah, to watchful. I'm able to see. I'm able to see everything on. Oh damn, you can't see that. I'm able to see everything on this because I'm broadcasting on Instagram too. Finally, fortunately, finally. So yeah, it's not frozen. Instagram is seeing everything just fine. So here you can go to like any one of the online dealers, and you can see what they're selling. Let me see. Oh, there's refrigeration. So then you can see what brands they're selling. Oh, I did a whole story on Lear. I don't know if you guys watched it. Did a whole thing on Lear. So that video is still there. Ladies and gentlemen, that video is still there on Lear. So you got this. Avantico is their house brand of restaurant. So there is no Avantico factory. There is no Avantico warehouse. It's their own. They're buying from like MVP and Turbo Air to fill out this Avantico line. So you got Lear, right? So we'll go over Lear. Lear is one of the major merchandisers. Yeah. So I did that. So you definitely want to call up Lear. You definitely want to call them up, right? And sign up with them. Lears are very straightforward. You don't have any heaters. Right. You don't have any heaters in Lear. Now Lear units are R290. So Lear units went R290, I want to say almost a year ago. Almost a year ago, they started rolling out the R290 units. So you have indoor and outdoor. And yes, the outdoor units are R290. The outdoor Lears are R290. So these are the same ones you see in the grocery store. These are the same ones you see in Dollar General, Dollar Tree. These are the same one. If 99-cent store is still around, because 99-cent store is pretty much gone. So they have tons of these units. So give them a call. Yeah, and this is a thing that guys have been doing. This is a thing that they've been doing. I've seen on all the ice delivery. They've been taking these box trucks. I mean, not box trucks. They've been taking these trailers, and yeah, they'll outfit a unit to them and turn that trailer into a whole merchandiser. So you'll get calls on these. And essentially, what it is just a walk-in. So you'll get a call on these. So, and who uses these? All the companies that go ahead and deliver ice. So, okay, you did Lear. Okay. Yeah, you pay attention to every ice machine you see. Now, fun fact, most of these units that you see attached to a Lear, unless it's a gas station, if it's in a grocery store, those are going to be associated with like Ready Ice. I know I'm spelling it wrong. Those are going to be associated with Ready Ice. So Ready Ice, you can call them. They pretty much have their own in-house techs that don't go out. They stay in the yard. The techs that go out to work on their ice machines, you must realize that they actually own it. They own everything. So they make the ice, they sell the ice. They own the whole thing, lock, stock, and barrel. They own the whole shebang. They own the whole shebang and hang. Okay, I got 4 people watching me on Instagram. What's happening? So this is where they had the craft ice, the dry ice, and somebody was mentioning dry ice when it comes to cleaning restaurants. That is extremely dangerous. You can suffocate yourself. So direct ice delivery. So they do all this kind of stuff, and they have thousands of techs. So if you don't see Ready Ice anywhere, it is fair game. It is fair game. So Ready Ice is nationwide. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please subscribe, because I'm about ready to lot. You know, I know how you guys like to see these things go on for 11 hours, but the heat is getting to me, and I actually had to place quite a few orders. But please like, share, subscribe. I am so bogged down with dishwashers. Dishwasher. It is freaking nuts. Yes, brother. Thank you. It is freaking nuts. And I don't know when the next time contractor gonna have me on his channel. So Mondays I do my own thing. That's 7 p.m. Central Time. Thursdays I do my own channel. That is around the same, like between 8 and 9. I go live on Thursday nights. Mike Sneeze still goes live. Every now and then he goes live. He's really busy with his ice cream shop. Um, so yeah, there is. I use commercial degreaser. You're going to want to use a commercial degreaser. You're going to want to use spin brushes, and you're going to want to use. And this is for the cleaning. I don't know if people on Instagram can see these questions. So when it comes to cleaning the ovens and the steam ovens and griddles and grills, you're gonna need a commercial degreaser. These are hot. These are heat activated degreaser. So these are heat activated. Yeah, see, Noble is a Webstaurant brand. What does it say? What? Yeah, Webstaurant. So Noble is Webstaurant. I have people try to argue with me about it. Look, man, that's Webstaurant owns the name brand Noble. So they slap their name on anything and they sell it. There's no Noble is Kenmore. There's it's Noble is Kenmore. Right? So here is heat activated. Let me show you. Let me just do this on YouTube. Let me do this on YouTube. Um, so let's see what pops up. Good, no sound. See, this is by Ecolab. So when you put these heat activated degreasers on there, see, you do it just regular scrubber, it's not gonna come off. Regular scrubber, regular cleaner, it's not gonna happen. So what you're gonna have to do is you have to turn it on. The heat activated degreaser only activates above 180 degrees. So you put the heat activated degreaser on there on a hot surface, 180 degrees Fahrenheit plus. Some you're going to want to add some water to it, right? So you let it sit and it bubbles, and then that sucker is just gonna come right on off. Let me make sure everybody's seeing me on Instagram in case you guys got any questions on Instagram. There we go. And on Instagram, you can go ahead and ask questions in the comment. I can address them. TMMT, what's happening, brother? Right, so that stuff just comes right off, and what he's doing is really unnecessary. So you can, when you put that stuff on and it boils off, it'll just boil up. You could just hit it. Just you see what he's doing. You can hit with a little bit of water and then scrape that sucker off, and it literally comes off in minutes. This stuff comes off in minutes. So when you do this stuff when the equipment is hot, it just comes right off. It comes and another thing you do is you use a torch, the same torch, like contractor know what I'm talking about. Same torch you use, contractor, that you thought you could use for refrigeration. Yeah, you take that same torch that you buy at Home Depot, Lowe's, Ace Hardware, hook it up to your butane or MAP gas, and then you can achieve the same thing using that. You can go ahead and run that torch, that hot flame over this sucker, and it's going to boil up and it's going to liquefy any of that hard to get off grease, and it's just going to come rolling right off. So as you can see, he's not having to do much, and there's nothing wrong with applying it twice. Fun fact, I do this at home on my pots and pans. When this is not just for grease and grime. I don't scrub my pots and pans, so I'll put this in my pots and pans at home, and I'll put it on the stovetop, turn that stovetop on high, and let it boil up, and it'll eat up. Because I use a lot of stainless steel pans, I don't use that non-stick stuff. I use stainless steel pans, and I use the bouillie pans. You guys go ahead with your jokes about how Mike is rich and all that stuff, but I use my French pans there that are cast iron, and to clean those, I'll just go ahead and use that same type of cleaner. And it isn't just one; it's a whole. Let me just tell you, there's a whole array of cleaners that are heat activated. That is going to get things done the quickest way for you. But you can also use degreasers. You make money doing everything. What do you mean? Hold on? Let me read this. Can you also make money cleaning stoves and pizza ovens? Of course, because who else is going to do it? Who else is going to clean it? Is the employees are making pizzas. The employees aren't cleaning the pizza oven. And this is my favorite thing, is that they're not trained how to clean it properly. So they try to clean them, and then they go and put them back. And guess what? When they go and put them back, they don't put them back together correctly. They don't clean everything that needs to be cleaned because they're always afraid that they're going to damage something. So they're cleaning, and they're cleaning around stuff. They don't clean everything that needs to be cleaned. And usually what they're afraid of cleaning is what causes the malfunction. So yeah, once you educate yourself to watchful on the equipment, then everything has to be clean, because there's this thing out there called the health department. And the health department wants to make sure that this stuff is safe for the public to consume. Not only that, but once you get outside of a mom and pop operation, once there's a franchise involved, a franchise, or the franchisee has to meet these cleanliness standards. So you can't just have a Chipotle, and in Chipotle, everything is dirty and everything's all greasy. No, this stuff has to be clean. This stuff has to be clean, my friend. So it's a business. It's a business. All right. So I'm very thankful that you guys are asking these questions. And of course, the money part, the TMM, what's happening? What's happening, brother? Glad you made it. Glad you made it. So yeah, the amount you charge, it depends on the amount of time, the chemicals, right? Because the vast majority of locations, they have degreaser, they don't have heat activated degreaser. It's very rare that they're going to have a heat activated degreaser. So but they do have it, but it's very rare that they might have been told to have it, they might have stocked it, and then they might run out. And then, through management changes and things like that, it's very common that they forget that they're supposed to have heat activated degreasers and things like that. Hotels are bad with that. I've never seen a hotel use deactivated degreaser. Never seen it. Most schools, they won't use a heat active degreaser. They're like, what's that? But you'll have your McDonald's, they'll have a heat activated degreaser. You'll have Olive Garden and Red Lobster, they might just have heat activated degreaser. So it all depends. It all depends on your location. So the more organized they are, the more that you might see them with that. And even still, you'll have places they don't realize, they never read the bottle and see that, oh, this is supposed to be while the unit is hot or while it's cooling down. Yeah, man, you're supposed to put it on that griddle. After you're done, you're supposed to spray down that griddle with that heat activated degreaser while it's off, and it's still at 350 degrees, 285, because it activates at 180 degrees Fahrenheit. So as long as it's at 180 degrees, you're good to go. You're still rocking and rolling. All right. So that is, I wanted to get in. I'm gonna do these two because I really want to get into this real quick. So let me show you this one, and then I'm calling it a night because I'm already at 2 hours. I'm calling it a night. This is Sure Shot. So if you guys don't remember, you know, Blue Air, dude, you ain't gonna remember Sure Shot. So Sure Shot is in your Dunkin' Donuts. It's in Baskin Robbins. It's in Tim Hortons. It's in McDonald's. I was in McDonald's the other day, and it was in McDonald's, right? Oh, let me make sure, see what we got going on. So the Sure Shot, it, as you see right there, it dispenses sugar, powdered cream. You know, some of their other units will actually dispense milk, liquefied sugar, that type of stuff. So yeah, there's a liquid. So some of their units are cooled. This might look a little familiar to some of you, right? And so they'll have these things, and they actually meter in so that the employees do not have to, it's a portion control. So the employees don't have to worry about it. This is my favorite one. I got a controller here. I don't know. There it is. The little infrared controls on the side. They sent me a programmer for this thing. So they just put the cup under there, and then they will push the appropriate button, and it will automatically dispense sugar and creamer for the appropriate size container. Right? And they have them for tea, they have them for coffee, chai, all that good stuff. So this is everywhere. So I wanted to show you Sure Shot. And so you can go ahead and contact them. I don't know if they're going to sign you up, but I would just say call them up. I haven't had a chance to talk to them. Normally, I talk to these people first, but from what I see out in the field, go ahead and give them a call. Go ahead and give them a call. You can, email them, service at Sure Shot Solutions. They're in Canada, eh? So that should answer your questions, all you damn Canadians that keep asking me, is it in Canada? Yeah, it's in Canada, eh? So you don't need to ask me what that's all about, because it's right there. That's what it's all about. Here's your number for USA and Canada, eh? There's your 888-777-9990. I think they only got like one guy answering the phone. So Sure Shot, they're taking care of all the places. If they're serving coffee, the likelihood of them having a Sure Shot is very high. Likelihood is very high. So this way, the drink isn't too sweet. This way, they don't spill milk when they're opening up the containers. They spill the milk, and I've seen this myself, how they spill every damn where when they don't have something like this Sure Shot. The stuff goes everywhere. All right. Yeah. I wish, hey brother, I wish Dawn was good enough. You haven't been on some of this stuff, because I use some stuff I can't even tell y'all what I use. I use some stuff, man, to get these things clean. So that's Sure Shot Solutions. Dunkin' Donuts, Dairy Queen, Baskin Robbins, McDonald's, and a lot of other places. So let me see here. And what was the other one? I had this one, and I had one other. I had one last thing I wanted to tell you all about. What the hell? Oh man, where did it go? Where in the world did it go? Let's see if I see any of this in my email. I had a restaurant chain. They just had an inspection, and quite a few of their pieces of equipment wasn't working, so they failed their inspection. When you know it, I got that phone call. Hey, buddy, old pal, old friend of mine. Now, this isn't the health department. This wasn't the health department. This was corporate. Now, the guy owns the restaurant as far as you can own a chain. You know, you're technically leasing it. I was explaining that to Charles earlier today. When you have a franchise, whether it's a McDonald's, a Dairy Queen, a Wendy's, uh, Burger King, Taco Bell, you're leasing it. You're leasing the rights from that franchisor for you to be able to fly their banner and sell their food in the way that they deem appropriate. So you have to order your supplies from them. You have to cook things on the equipment they say that you should cook on. And I was explaining earlier that I guess you guys didn't know this, but when you don't, let's take this off. Let me minimize this. Well, let me do this. When you, as let's just say, I own ABC. I own ABC Pizza. And ABC Pizza is sold nationwide. You too can have an ABC Pizza. If you put down $50,000 and buy all the equipment and pay for the lease, you can have an ABC Pizza, and we'll advertise you in your area. And you have the uniforms, and you're going to use our pizza dough and our mixer and our oven, you know, and our tomato sauce and all that. You're going to follow our employee handbook, and you're going to have all the benefits of being ABC Pizza. Well, they send their own people down to inspect the facility, make sure the hot water's working. You guys see me do the hot water heater. The tankless. I'm not gonna. Because I want to get the hell up off of here. But so you have to have hot water. They want to make sure your ice machine is working. They want to make sure the ice machine is clean. They want to make sure that the heating lamps are working for the pizza oven. They want to make sure that that it's producing humidity in that holding container for the pizza. They want to make sure your mixer works. If you do not pay your franchise fees, they will take your restaurant back. If you do not buy the supplies from them, they will take their restaurant back from you. If you want to serve food items on the menu that isn't ABC Pizza, say, oh, we want to do hot wings too. You know, Domino's and Pizza Hut and all them, they're selling they're selling hot wings. We want to do hot wings too. And we went by Mod Pizza and they got a really nice brick oven. I think we're going to start selling Napolitan pizza versus this stuff that's on the conveyor. They will go ahead and snatch that. All right, Frank, talk to you later. Yeah, because I'm getting off right now. They will go ahead and place it in receivership. Now, when the corporation takes that restaurant back from you because you're not abiding by the rules and regulations, they want to take that restaurant and then they want to package it and sell it to another franchisee. Right? You say, hey, I got 50,000. I want an ABC Pizza too. Well, guess what? You want that ABC Pizza to work. You want that pizza chain. Let me check this out. You want that pizza chain working. When you put your 50,000 down and you take over that location, all you want to do is set up one day and have a job fair, and then you want to get your pizza delivery in. You want to get your supplies in, and you want to get rocking and rolling. You want to get rocking and rolling. So you don't want to come in and then find out, oh, this is the wrong pizza oven. We got to buy a $80,000 pizza oven. Huh? That I should have just went and bought a brand new one. Why the hell am I buying this one? Oh, they're selling wings. What the hell is this? What the hell is this over here for wings? No, we don't do wings. They took a whole section of the restaurant to do wings. So the hot water doesn't work. Now I got to put in another tankless. So they don't want any of that to happen. They don't want these restaurants don't want any of that to happen. So they send down an inspector, sometimes annually, sometimes quarterly, sometimes more than quarterly. And one of these chicken chains, they used to be the only one in this market, and so they would get inspected like once a year. Now there's about 30 locations, and now the inspections have been stepped up. So before, when they had something broken, they used to let it stay broken for an entire year. But now they're finding that they're getting hit like 3 or 4 months later. The inspectors are coming back. Like, what the hell is this? They're like, damn, we used to leave this stuff broken for a year. And guess what? The restaurant is even older than what it was before. So the equipment is breaking down more than it was before. And the restaurant owner of this place is not liking that. They are not liking that at all. Yes. So when you buy that place, there should be a disclosure from that franchisor that this place is ready to go day one. We do a grand reopening celebration and blah blah blah, and the balloons, and we're gonna do flyers and put you on the back of the receipts at the grocery store, and do a couple of internet commercials and blah blah blah, and flyers are gonna have 2-for-1 deal. Well, that's not going to work if the damn pizza oven doesn't work. That's not going to work if the damn pizza oven is the wrong pizza oven. So they send down inspectors. So you have the health department coming, and you have corporate. So that's why I love corporate. I love corporate when they come down, because they mean money for me. Not just the health department, but corporate means money for me. So with that, I am going to wrap this up. But everything when it comes to restaurants, hotels, grocery stores means money. Everything. There's nothing involved. It's a business after all. This isn't like you're going into somebody's home and they can, we'll wait on that, or let me think it over. That doesn't exist on the corporate side. They have to have the dishwasher, because now the employees have to spend more time washing dishes, or during a rush they have to actually add another employee as they switch off washing dishes. They don't have enough dishes to handle the rush. So every single piece of equipment there is vital. It's not like there's any surplus anything in these locations. All right, and with that, I'm going to check Instagram. I got no questions on Instagram. So I am going to wrap this whole thing up. And I want to thank you all for coming and checking me out. Have your questions ready for Thursday. All this stuff today was good. These were good questions. So make sure you have your stuff ready for Thursday. And I'll do my best to go into these things and let you know what's what. But you will get slightly shorter broadcasts in these summer months, just because it's just so much more hectic. You guys jinxed me. I gotta do a freaking nightclub. I try to shake the damn owners of these nightclubs, but nobody else wants to do them. So I gotta do one of the daiquiri machines at a damn nightclub. Oh, I hate it. This guy's called me all weekend, all freaking weekend. He just won't catch the hint. He won't catch the hint. Yes, sir. Please hit the like button. It's free. That is no true words. Hit the like, subscribe, and share. Share the information with somebody who you know that might benefit. Get me over to 1,000. That's all I'm asking you for. I'm just asking to get over to my 1,000. I got so much I gotta do, and I can't really do it at this moment because I'm handicapped. Because YouTube has me under 1,000. So share and subscribe. And with that, I'll see you guys Thursday, whoever wants to join me. And I know my mic is on, so let me pick some music though. And let's go back.
We are same, but different, but still same.